Hello, comrades. Premier Rever here once again. And I have time paused because I wanted to celebrate a milestone with you guys. It has nothing to do with the city of Revergrad here. So let's skate all the way on up to here. I could probably start time. Speed normal. But here we go. This guy, our little bulldozer who could, is going to make an actual road connection to Molna. So that means we will officially be connected and can do exports to Molna and the Soviet things. So the reason that that's kind of nice, even though, like I said in the last episode, if you happen to watch all of that, is do we have all the stuff? Yeah, okay, good. It'd be a little embarrassing if he wasn't able to complete it and we had to wait for a truck for 5 minutes to get all the way up here. Took quite a while to do that. Here we go. He starts jiggling there. There we go. So we are officially connected. So now at least we have the decision to make. Do we just work on becoming more self-sufficient? Or do we continue to, plow up this way and maybe do some importing? And at this point, the money is still going up. So I don't see, I'm just going to skate on down here to where the action's happening. See how we're doing, make sure we're still working on stuff. Yep, we're working on a road here. I have generally been doing two different things. We're also working on this road. I have a little bit more money, but I spent that money down to $1,000 at one point. But I've got, this construction office here kind of set up, not fully, but at least to where we could build the roads. I don't intend to build all of this until I can do it with our own steel. But I thought, well, why not get them working on, on these roads here. So this is our secondary coal that'll do the power plant here. So we can get him, completing all these roads, and might even get him to go down into here and do those. After that, I'm not sure. So I'm building the roads, though I'm not 100% sure why. Now I tied up my excavator on the big road here. So what I think I may do, and I'll need, it'll be better to have you need the excavator to start building these buildings. So the next thing I'll start doing is building these. Now there's a couple buildings that I didn't build that we really probably should. So let me come in here and just stick a road at least up. You know what? Let me show the wireframe so I can get it straight. If I don't have that, I don't tend to do as good a job. All right, there we go. That'll just be like a placeholder, so to speak. And I'm not sure if I can even place these until I get the excavator free, but the two buildings are the kindergarten, which, yeah, see, I think I either need flat terrain, or can we put them this way? No. Oh, we can put them right there. He's awful far away. I think I'd like to try to level that a little bit anyway with the excavator and get the kindergarten in. And the other one we need is a school for the people up here. Now, I'm going to tend to build more houses up this way so that they're close enough to this power plant. So if we start getting too far away, so the school, yeah, school in this area would be nice, except for, again, we really need to try to level. It'd be nice. See, if everything was level, we could probably fit that guy in there, but it's not. So may have to come up here with the school, which is getting kind of far away from these houses. So we'll have to see. Then the other thought I had is, do we go ahead and just pave this before we really start building it up? But anyway, we'll have to see. Couple of things I realized I missed in the last episode as I was poking around here is we didn't have a bus stop for getting people down to these other bus stops that we have, for whether it be the coal mine all the way up there, or there's another bus stop like right here. So we got this, I put that in. And then I finished figuring out the power to some degree. Let me see if I can spin around, and somewhere over here is. Yeah, see, it's so hard to see those white dots sometimes. I think it's up here. Unless I deleted it. Oh, there it is. Now, let's zoom out now that I know where it's at. So I put power lines in. If you see, they come all the way from the power plant there, and they tie in all the way over to this switch. So I put in a new switch right here. There you go. You can see it's another switch that wasn't there before that ties into the switch we had here, which I think was there in the last episode. But then this guy goes all the way over the hill, and I put in another switch here, and I just built that with the what do you call it, dollars, just so that it would not cut off all my power going that way for too long. Though if I ever do another series, I'm going to forbid myself from even doing that. Like I want to make it so that this was hard. I want to try to do an ultra hard map next. Once we get, to the point we're just raking in money here, then it really, it's still fun. It just, I like the challenge, and I think once you get a certain amount established, let me know what you guys think. But if you have an opinion, I'd be happy to hear it. One thing I should probably do. No, we don't want to cement those in until we get these roads built. See and that's one thing to really note about like these power lines. Like at one point when I was building this, not this one, like here, like I had committed to some of it. Well, I went back and delete, or maybe it was this one. It doesn't matter. Like make sure that you stay in the white construct mode, because then otherwise you won't be able to build the whole thing. And I might not even be able to build this whole thing. It sort of depends, like, because this, well, no, I will be able to, because whether it's, I don't have a road coming out of here. Oh, that's right. I didn't hook it up because I didn't want to make this one project. If this isn't one continuous project, when you hit this button over here on the power lines, like if you're, I was in here, and once you have a power line, once you have a power line project going, you can hit that like start button. Well, if you don't have it all in one shot, you may end up having to either destroy it or pay the difference, which I would recommend at that point with your dollars. So try to complete your whole entire power line before you hit that button, and then it becomes one big project. So there you go. Was there something else? Yes. I ended up deleting a few of these roads down here just to make a nice straight path, and kind of showed you that we were building it. But then I did this number because, oh wait, you know what? Well, that's a little fancier than we needed. It's really up here. That's the aggregate that we're going to truck from here. We'll try to see how well we can keep up with our cement supply. So we have a unload station right here. So we should be able to supply this guy with coal, and then we can really get our cement thing going. But again, I want to get this done first, and all of this done, which is quite a project. So what I may end up doing, well, no, I think I'm going to build this first, and get the town going so that we have, at least get all the pieces in place. Like these buildings shouldn't get workers in immediately, so they can just sit there vacant, but get all that ready to go, because there's no point in having a steel mill without any employees. So there you go. So I thought I'd update you on that. And hey, we're connected. We are now officially connected to Rubles. Speaking of which, it definitely has, you're not going to necessarily be able to tell from this, but if we just, let's say this year, it's cut down on how much we've exported from the Western countries. So you can't necessarily, let's see, can we do last year? See how we had wow, how far, we're in July. So you could see we were hitting well over 400,000 a month. And if we do this year, you know, we're kind of not getting there. We're kind of rebounded a bit, though, didn't we? So anyway, I can tell a little bit that the money on the dollars is not going up quite as fast, but that's fine. I'd far rather have the rubles so I can buy all the different kinds of vehicles. One of the other reasons for doing the roads first is we're just sort of letting our stock build up here. So one of the reasons I think our money didn't go up as fast as, you know, we were buying some boards. But the good news is we're not buying any of the prefab stuff, so we should have that ready to go when we go to build, you know, some of the things up in there. And yeah, that's about it. So I guess I should decide on what we do with this road crew up here, and we should decide, are we going to build anything up here? I mean, there's no, well, we don't really, that's not that much money. I mean, we could buy, you know, between 2 and 3 vehicles. So I think I need to let the rubles build up more before we go for a full-fledged other construction crew. But there we go. We have a road. And I'm not sure what I would build. You know, I want to do a little bit of a test. And I'm thinking of building Lumbriska here and making it, you know, a bit of a board making area. So if we were to build a town here, would we, you know, we kind of put the supply areas as close to this as possible so that we could, you know, have a relay to export or import. But if we did Lumbriska here, that we could make boards here and then have them shipped all the way over, even if it's by truck to get started. But again, I think I'm just going to focus in on this, get these people all situated. This is going to end up being a relatively large town because we're going to need enough people for this, and then we're going to have, you know, a whole oil refinery section down here. So we're going to have the power plant, which really doesn't take up too many people. Oh, you know what I didn't do yet? Well, let's wait until we build this road. Oh, they're done building, aren't they? Let's get over here and get to work, guys. Matter of fact, I guess that's, you know what, that's why I built this kind of fancy, is because I could get people from either area. Like a bus could go to this town or the other one. Though I think I'll have them come from this town, just because it's closer. There we go. So those guys will get up there and build that, and then I'll have them build these roads, and we don't need anybody there. So there you go. All right, well, let me keep building, and yeah, I don't think there was anything else I did that you guys missed in, you know, between the episodes. It's just a matter of time now and clicking on things and kind of keeping them busy. Yeah, generally, yeah, let's give these guys another road to work on. Yeah, we'll get the bulldozer over there. That way it'll free up this excavator, and I can get him, you know, working on the store. And this, I mean, I think I'll get everything in place before I even think of moving anybody in here. What is this? Oh, that's my bus. Yeah, I think I'll get all this done and then turn around and start building this. In the meantime, this guy will be, not this guy, but the bulldozer. Here he comes. I'll try to keep making sure the bulldozer is the guy that gets up here, and we can get all these roads built, which is quite a task. And the further out I get, you know, it's going to take a little bit extra longer to get all the way up here. But good. So there we go. All right, I'll talk to you guys in a few minutes or seconds. just to see if that helps. Oh, come on. So the further you get, the more that... Really? That's all you're going to give me for level? See, sometimes you can kind of level your way closer, though I don't think this is one of those times. See, like if we come in here now and raise this up, since we have what I'll call like a somewhat level area, you know. We should be able to actually put him closer than we were. See that? Turn it a little bit. Close enough. All right, so now let's go get our construction guys assigned. Probably start time back up here. So I want you to build this road, and let's at least start time up a little bit. And then we should get some footpaths just to make it. There we go. So now we could probably assign that footpath to be done. Speed time all the way back up. Check out how we're doing here. We are got all but one truckload of mechanical components, so we'll be in good shape there. And if we come over here, I don't know how, yep, we still have 46 tons of steel, so we should have enough steel to get that done. So that's just a matter of how many hours? 1,500. So there's still a lot of man hours to put in there. And yeah, I don't need that open. And I don't think we need that open. So yeah, we'll leave that open for 1 second until we get this done. Anybody working there yet? No. All right, so here's a question. Did we get... Yep, look, we got coal coming out of there. And there we go. We have people sporadically, at least. We'll up our manpower. Yeah, we have people here, but they're sort of a waste for the moment, but not for long, I hope. And we're even putting coal into the unfinished. We'll be all ready to go when we're... I've wondered if that's like wasting it, though it doesn't. It does seem to stop, at least when we did the power plant, and it was doing something like that. There you go. So we got that road finished. Let's close this. So now we can assign the bus platform, concrete camp. Oh yeah, by the way, that is something I forgot to mention. I did end up building a concrete plant. I think I had mentioned it in an earlier episode, but if not, I built a concrete plant just for the sake of, I mean, this thing needed a ton of concrete, and we're going to build a whole, chemistry, oil industry, get chemicals and whatnot. That's what I think I was thinking of. So, in any event, we have people there. Now, do we have to wait on this. Yeah, the biggest hold up here is usually this asphalt, because it has to go all the way over there, but we're doing pretty well, and I didn't think it was worth building an asphalt plant. Eventually we'll want to asphalt a lot of highways, and I think we'll just bite the long distance bullet, so to speak. But again, I don't really want to pave too much more until we get the oil refinery going, where we can get the bitumen for less money. So we got gravel, we need concrete, this is going. What else? If we were to talk about a next thing. I think what I need to do, probably a little bit in the next episode, I'm not sure how much I'll do, is I'd like to get straightened out our logistics. Like, in other words, this steel mill, this guy should no longer go here to get steel. And, you know, he should be going over to the steel mill to get steel. And same thing with like any other places. But also, you know, like right here, we're just buying food in. So I would like to, or not, well, we're not buying food in there. We're just buying it directly to the store. We're purchasing food with dollars. So I'd like to take a look at, when I looked last time, you know, we were making enough food, but at the same time, it's, let's just take a look here. Would probably give it, see, we don't have any crops to speak of. We're using all of the crops, and I think that's because we have a lot more people working in our clothing factory. So depending on what we decide, since we already have a steel mill, I don't see us building, I might end up considering putting like another farm down over this way. But I also don't want to mess up things for the trains. So I would like to get trains. I was thinking about it at one point, kind of along this route. So maybe we do just put a farm up here. We make this like a new farm town. And like I said, I got Lumbriska up here, so we'll get some lumber. You know, a lot of ambitious plans there, but nothing that's not doable. And everything, once we get this steel, everything becomes a lot less expensive because we'll be, you know, we'll have a coal. I won't hesitate to get this coal mine going, which means we can pretty easily start shipping the coal down to our cement plant, which we're really, you know, we're buying in coal there for that. Well, no, we're not even buying it in because it wasn't worth it. So, you know, and then we'll have another power plant. So there's sort of, I want to make sure that our power system is up to snuff. I know there's probably some weaknesses here and there, and, you know, spend some money just on general improvements. Oh, do we have a coal mine? Oh, we have a steel mill. Most wonderful. How's our bus platform doing? We just need another truckload of steel. We get the crane coming in. We've got our bus on standby. We can take care of this issue. There are no buildings. What? Is there a reason that I'm missing? Oh, look at that. You know what? I'm going to cheat, guys. Close your eyes real quick. Rubles. There you go. Shh. You didn't see that. All right. Now that that is connected, let's take care of that. All right. So now the question is, this guy needs 500 people. This guy needs like 12, and this guy doesn't, you know, or 15, sorry. So what I want to do is change the percentages of these and put, let's just see how this works out. Let's even go to like 75% going to the steel mill and see if that works out. Yeah, we'll be able to tell relatively quickly. And we can always, you know, as we get more stabilized over here, I can have plans to put in a lot more houses, and, you know, just a matter of getting the steel mill going. And then again, I'd like to get the logistics. Now that we have plenty of rubles, or the potential for plenty of rubles, you know, I can really start laying out the logistics, which may really get into the trades, right? Like we may start even saying, well, why even set up a route? Why don't we set it up so that steel's coming in by train? Maybe we'll bring it in the back way here, where we pick up steel one way or the other. But again, I might have a big mess because I really didn't think that through that well. So we'll see. Right, we don't have any people. This will be it. Finished it. Good. So let's get... Okay, so this bus platform we think is okay. This bus platform's done. Let's specify you're going to send your people to there. And you are going to go from here. I guess we'll take them all from there. You're going to take people up to here, but you're only going to do... What did we do on the other one? Let's just do 50%. Start. See how that goes. So how are we doing up here for people? Plenty, but we don't really know. Again, all of this should be ramped up. And we may even have more buses and all of that, but really just want to see a little bit of steel made here. So that bus has to make it from over there, which, hey, at 100 kilometers an hour, where is he? Let's follow him in if we didn't lose track. Did he go up over the hill this way, probably? Yep, there he is. Look at him moving along. There we go. Let's see, does he get any people? Good, 19 workers. Let's close some of this stuff up. Don't need that. Well, let's leave it up. Never mind. Let's close this up. Oh, you gotta get gas. At least he stopped on the way and didn't wait till he got 3/4 of the way up there. Why do I have the coal mine open? You want the iron mine. Hey, go to work. Producing iron ore. I can see it come down the conveyor. We have enough people here. We're producing iron. Iron's coming in. Steel. We have steel. Yeah, so actually looking at the railroad, the railroad tracks come out this way too, right? Yeah, let's take a look. Yeah, see, so we could probably, without too much problems, at least get them out this way. Hopefully we don't, maybe we'll start laying out where we would put oil wells so we could miss those. Yeah, because fuel and oil, we could certainly get these guys to start working on the fuel and oil and maybe even improve in town. And then these guys could start working on other things. And at this point, having steel is going to be a big thing. So we could take, I told that guy to wait to get loaded, I think. Just so he didn't keep running back and forth. Yeah, here he is. So you, my friend, are going to get a new route. So let's select this one and say add a stop there. And I want you to load steel. And I want you to come up to this one and delete that out. So you should go from the steel mill to Energisk open storage. Very good. So let's select that one and say go there. Yeah, don't wait until loaded. Or yeah, wait until loaded. And wait until unloaded. Very good. And now we have another guy. You know what? I don't mean to get into that. We'll do this in the next episode. Let's just get these, since I'm already over here. This guy is going to do the same thing. Oops. All right, so let's select this one, add a new stop, delete this stop. Say I want you to load steel. Wait until you're loaded, wait until you're unloaded, and then let's send him on his way. Even though he's already got steel, oh no, wait. No. You're full. I know what I can do. Yeah, that's fine. We were limiting, where are we? We were limiting the amount of steel, so now we can say, I don't know why we wouldn't just pump this up so that we just load up all the steel. Same thing with this one. And I'm not sure how much of that kind of stuff you guys want to watch. Yeah, so those guys will fill those up with steel. I don't think there's any reason not to. And then another thing I realized that we're not doing is, and we'll talk about it with the logistics episode, You know, we're not exporting these guys, so there's probably no reason we can't. But I could see, you know, again, we have energy issues. So we'll let our steel build up in the places and probably build this power plant and the coal mine. There's another bus stop there, and then the ore processing, storage. Yeah, so there you go. So I may build some of this off camera, you know, between the episodes. And there we go, though. But we have a steel mill. And I think, you know, look forward to the next episode being mostly about getting our logistics straightened out and starting to talk about trains. Because now that we have steel, the trains become a lot more affordable. Or they become affordable, especially when the steel is $1,500 for a ton. So, all right. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Take care of yourselves and have a good day. Bye-bye.